It's time for your healthy dose of information from Hannibal Regional Hospital, Hannibal Regional Medical Group. And joining us here in the studio this morning, it's Barb Steinman, volunteer for Hannibal Regional Hospital Auxiliary. Good morning, Barb.
Good morning. Thanks for having us here today.
Thanks for coming in this morning. We were talking a little bit about you volunteering. You actually have a full-time job, but then you volunteer besides that just because of the benefits of volunteering.
Yeah, I mean, I was at a group and the hospital auxiliary was doing a program, and they were saying, they were asking for volunteers, and I was like, how can I volunteer? I work full time, and they said, you can help out by being on the special committees, and there's always individual programs that you can help on. And I think I'd like to work at the gift shop, and I could do that on weekends because it's open Saturday and Sunday. So I went through my little training, and here I am today helping out.
That's great. So what encourages you to volunteer?
I think for me, I've always liked just helping others. So, it's a chance to get out there, meet people, and help people out, And working at the gift shop, I always say, is kind of my retail fix. I can go there and see everything, and it's a really nice gift shop. They have all kinds of things, different items that you don't always see in all the stores. So, and then I can help plug it, and the money comes back into the healthcare system and into our community. So,
and that's all good.
Benefit.
That helps a lot
around.
too. Isn't it nice being there in the hospital setting when people are there too, or people that that you can be there for?
Right. I mean, there's lots of people that come in, especially they're out of town, their loved ones in the hospital, and it's kind of nice to be able to give them information, help them find where things are at, get acclimated to the area, because sometimes they can be there a week. There was somebody in not that long ago, and they were in because their husband was on the road, and they're from California, and here they were having to make an emergency to the hospital. So it was kind of, nice to be able to talk to them and get a feel for things and be able to help them out and have a good feel about the community.
That's really nice. It's so great for the people who are recipients of that help, but then also for the people who volunteer. It means a lot to them.
Right. I mean, I will say most of the ladies that are, and there's gentlemen that volunteer, they do their job every day, for weeks and, for the whole year. So they're really committed to taking care of that information desk and getting people to the right rooms and finding out where their loved one's at, delivering items, magazines, flowers, whatever they need to do. They always have try to staff all the waiting rooms that they have with a volunteer to assist family and to keep their loved ones informed as to what's going on if they're in surgery or something.
A lot of opportunities to help out.
Yeah, and some of the things you're also doing. Tell us about these soup luncheons you have coming up, because I know this all goes to a good cause as well.
Right. We're having our first annual. It's called Warm Your Heart Soup Fundraiser. It's going to be on March 30th, which is this coming Monday. It will be served at the hospital in the lobby area. There'll be a conference room right there. You have a selection of soup, which is vegetable, loaded potato, and chicken noodle, and you have a choice of sandwich, chicken, salad, or pimento, and there's a dessert and drink, and it's all for $8. They'll be serving from 11 to 2 and 4 to 7. So it's going to be where you could come in, pick it up, carry out, or if you want to eat there, you can. If you want to pick it up, take it home for supper. They're also trying to do pre-order. So if, say, your employer feels generous that day and wants to order everybody lunch,
there you go.
They can call it in and they'll have it ready for you
I think
at
that's
the time.
A great idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and if you want to call, if you want to place an order for this, you can call 573-406-4435, and we'll make sure to give that number again. And obviously, when you're able to come and help out these soup luncheons, where do the funds from an event like this, where do they go and what do they help with?
Well, basically, all the funds we make go back into the healthcare system at Hannibal Regional Hospital. So every penny we make through whatever way we can make it. It goes into either helping the daily lives of those patients that their family, and there's always the departments and different areas that need money that are looking for equipment or something like that. So it's all going back into that right now. We've been concentrating on the linear accelerator that they use at the James E. Carey Cancer Center, and luckily, we're happy to say it is there and it's being used, and it was a big push to be able to get that.
It's great too, because you people have to realize that you can look at it as this is going back into the hospital, but when it's going back into your local healthcare, your hospital, that's basically the same thing as going into your community, because that's the people that use it, obviously. So that's
right.
a great thing.
And it's a good service. You can offer it, and then maybe those people don't have to go out of town to get treatment.
Absolutely. Also, again, that number, if you want to pre-order a soup for this luncheon coming up on March 30th, the phone number, 573-406-4435 is the number for that. Other stuff going on. I know you've got some trips coming up as well. Talk about that a little bit.
Okay, they're offering some trips through Call-Out Vacations. The first trip coming up is in Switzerland, Austria, and Bavaria.
Wow.
It's going to be from October 28th through November 6th. And then they're planning at the end of the year a California New Year's getaway. That's December 29th and January 2nd. And that one's going to be the Rose Bowl parade. It's basically concentrating on you attending that, seeing the bands and the floats beforehand, all of that sort of thing. The trips all include airfare, 5-star hotels, your tours, and a lot of your meals. The cost for the Switzerland Austria trip is $3,699 per person, and the California New Year's getaway is $2,499 per person. They are offering informational meetings on April 13th on these trips, so if you think you might be interested and you want to know more, on April 13th, at 3 and at 5, they'll be offering information on the Switzerland trip, and then on the same day at 4 and at 6, they'll be offering information on the California New Year's trip. And they go through all the information. There's a chance for you to have some refreshments, maybe win a prize or two, and they go through how you can pay for it, and they try to make that easy and painless.
Okay. All those meetings are held in the conference room AB, which is at the hospital right by the cafe. And you'll have refreshments and prizes and all that, too.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Everything's right there close to the cafe in the lobby there at the hospital.
Okay. Sounds like some great opportunities. And, talking about volunteering, tell us what you like most about volunteering.
I just like to interact with people and meet the different people that come in, and if I can help them out in some way or another, that's what I enjoy.
That's
so
good.
I always like to help others.
Good for you.
I'm involved in a lot of things, and I enjoy this. And so I strongly recommend that even if you think you don't have a whole lot of time, there's probably something you can do to help out.
Yeah, definitely. That's a really good cause, and really good for the people who volunteer, too. They get a lot out of it. If you want to volunteer at Hannibal Regional Hospital, you can call Alicia Rollins at 573-248-5272, or you can visit the hospital website. It is hrhonline.org, and get the details there as well.
That's correct. And I said you can always stop in and visit Alicia and her office if you're there and you want to talk about it. I'm sure she'll spend some time with you.
She'd be happy to talk to you. Barb Steinman, volunteer for Hannibal Regional Hospital Auxiliary. Thanks for joining us this morning. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for what you do volunteering, too. That's a great thing.
Okay, thank you. Enjoyed it.